Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to another week's edition of Speak Friend and Question. You are here with your GBHL host, GBHL James.
GBHL Jamie, and this is Speak Friend and Question.
And we are recovering from an awesome weekend.
An awesome weekend.
Do you know what happened at the weekend, guys?
Hangover.
Do you know what happened at the weekend? We ran our first ever
Great British Hobbit League Strategy Battle Game Tournament.
That's right, GBHL channel, first ever tournament. And I have to say, without being smug, it was a huge.
It was the best event ever.
It was awesome. We had like nearly 50 people. There were 46 players in total.
46 on the second day, wasn't it?
Yeah. 46 on the second day. I had to join in on the second day.
Yeah,
we had Dave, who's a nice guy. He was on the second day. We will be doing the tournament review, so we won't go too much into that for the Speak Friend in Question. But all my days, it was amazing.
It was great. I was knackered. Sorry I didn't get to say hi to as many people as I wanted to. I was literally sat grumpily at a computer hammering away into Excel.
Jamie's decided he never wants to do an office job, and we can make this happen by making this YouTube channel huge, and then Jamie doesn't have to ever do any office job. Well,
except when we run tournaments.
Except when we run tournaments. You can be the spreadsheet man, and I'll be the smile man.
Okay, so
I still can't get over your tournament announcement voice.
Yogi
Yogi Bear, time's coming. 10 minutes to go. It's so funny. Anyway, sorry. The ribbon continues. One's like, "Come on, everybody."
Guys, you got about 10 minutes left.
Guys, excuse me.
Sorry to interrupt you. Alright, carry on. First comment, question is from Jamie Winus. Won't play on my iPad. Sad face. It should do.
It should do. You must have fun with your iPad.
Next, from Ramsey Ayasa. Thanks for another great video, guys. Playing a couple of unboxings on mute under the video for you. Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Remember, if you do that, if you've got like videos at multiple layers and you just put them on mute, stick them up when you're doing work, it helps us because it increases our views and it increases the ad revenue. And I think we've accumulated enough to maybe buy a miniature.
$26.
Woo! Hey, every little helps.
Yeah. What are your opinions on White Council armies compared to other army lists? Pros and cons of taking White Council to tournaments. I've never seen a pure White Council force. They could probably do it now. They've got a few more 3-attack heroes and decent heroes.
Wasn't there one at our tournament with
Gandalf, Saruman, and
Chris Young, the White Wizard? He took Gandalf, Elrond, and Glorfindel. That's a White Council list.
That's a White Council list.
He did alright.
He did well, actually.
He looked beautiful. He was nominated by Shadow and Flame.
Yeah.
In top 10.
Yeah, they do alright. You want your big 3-attack heroes in there, obviously, for
3s and 3s in all the right places, as you would say.
Exactly. But yeah, they're good. The +1 resist is good.
What are the cons?
Cons are the wizards. And it's weird that there would be cons in this fuss. They're good because they allow the survivability with cosplay and like keep your horses. But on the charge, they just sort of have to hang around away from combat.
Yeah, it's one attack, which is the issue.
You lose the sort of ability that the ring wraiths have on Felbeast to have everyone in combat with 3 attacks when they charge. That's what you really need them for.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So next up, lots of people replied to it as well. These are our questions!
There you go.
Yeah, Cankraz the Orc. Very orcish name. Hello guys, it's been a while since I had a question, but here is one. What do you think about this 500 points army list? He has put a Witch King on Steed with a Morgul Blade, 18 will, 2 might, 2 faith of fate. Yeah. Leading 5 Moria Goblins with bow, 4 with shields, and 3 with spear.
Can't have a Witch King leading goblins.
Yeah, he's from the wrong army list. I reckon he's made the mistake because he's got the Moria and Angmar sourcebook and thinks that it's about the sourcebook, but it's not, it's about the list inside, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So you've got Moria and you've got Angmar separately. Moria Goblin Captain leading 3 Moria Goblins with bow, 4 with shield, and 4 with spear, and a Cave Troll, and a Goblin Scribe leading 12 Goblin Town Goblins.
People have replied saying max out bow count, you can't have Witch King leading goblins.
Yeah, swap out the goblins for orcs, trackers and stuff like that, if you're going to do that. In terms of what do we think about the list?
There's nothing particularly standoutish. At 500 points, you've got, what, 2, 3, 4 might, which isn't really great. The Goblin Town Goblins are going to be supporting themselves and only defense 3. and there's not really enough of them. The Goblin Scribe's a nice little character though. I rate him.
He can bring stuff, can't he? He brings more reinforcements.
Brings reinforcements on, but I'd rather have, instead of a Moray Goblin Captain, a Shaman.
Yes,
so that you are auto getting D3 a turn rather than, you know, maybe one turn getting like 4 or 5, and the next turn getting none.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just max out the bow limit. You can do well with it. It's just a bit.
Let us know how you get on. Give it a go. That's always the best way, is to try it out. So next up, we've got Patrick Boermeyer.
Yeah, I'll definitely be able to include a 5+ Fury. Any of the tactics for the Goblin? I've heard that the lower fight value on the Gundabats can be a real letdown for your elite models. I've considered Bat Swarms to counter that a bit. Worth a shot? Question mark.
Yeah.
And yeah, playing sports, ultimate frisbee. Okay. I'm one of the captains for the Oregon State University men's team. Good stuff.
Nice.
Ultimate frisbee.
Frisbee, eh?
Cool.
Tough sport.
You gotta catch things.
I've never really
played
frisbee. You'll have to teach us a thing or two, Patrick Boermeyer, when you come to our next tournament.
As for the fact that you on the Gundabats being a letdown, it's actually not, because it means you can feint with them. And I know against Dwarves and Elves you're going to get your rerolls to 1 anyway, but you've essentially got that for free against everyone. So you can always change it as well. They're not listed with having swords.
The thing is, they're a more forgiving troop because of the strength 4 and defence 6, which means not a lot of armies are going to break through. Even if you're losing the fights, you probably stick around a bit.
Especially
and then when you do win the fight, especially with the 5+ Fury save that you should have, it means that you stick around, and the fights that you do win, you're probably likely to kill things.
Yeah.
Mind you, Dwarves rerolling 1. Yeah, you're probably likely to kill stuff. So
the Gundabats are probably the strongest unit in there. It used to be the Prowlers, but with their point increase and -1 to shoot them with their thrown weapons, Gundabats took that sort of thrown off them. Next up, we got Awada Awful.
And he's put, "Hey guys, Cam here, saying congrats for 1,000 subscribers. Woo! Thank you so much."
It's like 1,077 now.
Well, it just gathers momentum. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. We're made up. Also, keep it up. I wanted to ask, what's your favourite ship to pilot? And sorry, it's not a Hobbit question. So he's obviously talking about X-Wing here.
Mine's the Academy Pilot. I love just putting them in people's way.
Yeah.
Just doing a hard one to the left or the right and messing someone's flight path up. That's my most fun thing to do.
I like the X-Wing.
Yeah.
I've not really used too much, to be honest. Millennium Falcon's a bit weird to use. I do like it.
It's easy to use.
It's easy to use, but it's just like, you're
you've
not got the same dogfight sensation.
No, it's like, flown past you, I don't care.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it, and it can soak up a lot of damage. But I like piloting an X-Wing because you can move around a lot. And I guess when I start playing Imperials, you've got a lot more of that because you can just do fun stuff, barrel rolling all the time. Barrel roll, it's your favourite thing.
Yeah.
Well, you get this. I'm going to check our lunch and get us a glass of
Diet Coke.
Coke Zero.
Diet Coke for champions. Next up, we've got Carlos Rig. Hey fellas, what is the combinations army list when you come up against in a game tournament? You can't help but think, oh, sugar. Or the list that makes you have to entirely change your normal game plan. For me, it's usually a Heredrim force with 50% bows, because they will just match me for shooting, or, more recently, a full Mirkwood Ranger list, as they shoot better, shoot the exact same as me, but have a greater damage output. Anything at range really hurts me. James, what list do you hate to face against? He's on his way.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
I'm coming. Someone called Rohan?
Yes. What list do you hate to fight against? I've said I hate fighting against like Harad and Mirkwood Rangers because they shoot better than me and kill me easy.
I hate fighting against Haradrim, like Watch Your Kana spam.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy that.
Not fun.
I don't hate fighting against like lots of, I mean, I've not come up against the 3 Fell Beasts yet. I imagine I wouldn't like that very much. Because I actually like fighting against things like monsters and stuff. Because it's good fun. Even when you're getting hurled around, it's fun. I've always liked fighting against your elves.
Yeah. Or the other one is a list that makes you have to entirely change your normal game plan.
Well, I build my list to be able to adapt to different lists, so I might change my game plan every game, depending on the scenario and opponent.
I always think, I've thought this for a long time, it's always better to be have a force that can be reactive,
yes,
rather than set in its way that it does one thing very well.
Yeah, that's why I don't sort of max out Sons of Our. That's why I use the bow limit of the Westfold Red Shields now, because you've always got the option. Wow, they don't have bows,
so I'm going to skirmish.
I'm going to be
that guy.
I'm going to be that guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is the food alright?
Yeah, it'll be ready soon. Actually, surprisingly.
Okay. Next up, it's got HD miniatures. So I'm always going to be for you. This one.
Rohan! That's right. Glad to help out by commenting, liking like a Viking. That's right. I like that.
Yeah.
Liking like a Viking. That's what you all need to do. And if you're watching this video right now, and usually when we put Q&A up, it gets like 300, 400 views, like pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
But we don't always have 300, 400 likes. So if you're watching this right now, sort your life out and help us out, right?
Hit like.
Hit like now. Boom.
Do it.
Easy. Question for this week: what do you guys rate out of 10? 10 being highest in terms of effectiveness against point cost for Grimbold. Now with having axes and piercing strike, you don't really need to bring him in a Rohan army. He's actually a really poor. Like he's not. He's just like a captain, isn't he?
He's a captain.
Fight 4, 2, 1, 1.
Yeah, he's not great. I'd probably give him sort of like a 4 with the changes to warbands.
Yeah.
Previously, he was actually quite good, and he was a really interesting hero. He's the first of that kind that can increase troops points. Yeah. But now he's been superseded by axes being free.
Yeah, axes being free means there's no point taking Grimbold really.
I'll give him a 4 out of 10 just because he is useful, because you can get your upper limits of strength, but not on the whole.
Yeah, I'll give him a 3 or 4.
A.L. the Young.
A.L. the Young's really, really good actually.
Yeah, I'd probably give him sort of like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 7. The thing that's hard with him that I found is when you use him in sort of a smaller. Well, one thing is theme is a really tough thing because no other heroes really that you can get him in with, just captains for a theme, unless you start being a little bit creative.
Shield Maiden.
Shield, yeah, which I've done.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the durability to hold up as a force leader with 2 fate and 2 wounds, which means that he goes down easier. You really want your 3/3s, don't you?
As your hero.
We
discussed this, didn't we? That the 3/3s you want as your general, but you also want him to have that freedom to just smash stuff and not be and risk him a little bit more.
Which is why I'm looking forward to 1,000 points.
So you can have someone who's not.
Gandalf.
Yeah.
Gandalf will be my hero, and then Knight of Pelennor can go do his thing without being worried.
Sons of Ale.
Sons of Ale are, if you're a cavalry player,
They're great. I think out of 10, I'd probably give them 6.
Really?
Yeah, well,
For their role?
I think 5 is average. I wouldn't say they're
5 is mid-table.
The 5 is average.
They're not a mid-table troop.
No, 5 is average. I'd say they're 6, 7. Again.
Sons of Ale allow you with Rohan.
Against their points cost though, is the thing. They're very expensive.
They are expensive. Yeah.
So they do what they do well, but they pay their points cost for it. So for their effectiveness versus their points cost, I only think 6 or 7 are fair enough.
I'm going to go for 8 because they make the all-mounted able tapper. I won't go higher than that because they are expensive. But if you're going to take all-mounted, it's not like all of a sudden that you can choose to take something which is half the points cost. You're only you might take an outrider or a rider or Rohan. It's 13 points, so it's only like 9 points difference. You know what I mean? So you're not going to suddenly get double the number of troops by not having Sons of Ale, and they do enough for it to be worth it in my list.
And then Aylmer Marshal of the Riddermark. So not Knight of the Pelennor. What's he basically?
Yeah, he's the same kind of thing as Ale the Young, really.
Yeah, if I gave Ael a 7, I'd have to give Aylmer a 6 because of not having Legendary Hero.
Yeah.
And he's got the same stat line essentially.
You can take some decent war gear, but I'd rather have the armoured horse, I'd rather have the Legendary Hero roll.
12-inch movement.
12-inch movement.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that, so he's never really done anything for me, so I'd probably agree with Jamie there.
Yeah.
He's put thanks, and I can't believe I'm actually thinking of starting a Rohan army.
That's a fleeting thought, don't worry.
Do it. Do it now. Do it, guys. Be that man. The Rohan man that always wins.
Cheers as always. P.S. Aragorn does not look like he trains. Haha, I was in stitches.
It's true.
So it was your comment.
He looks like he might do like maybe a couple of triathlons, maybe a bit of martial arts or something. But
Jamie Winus update. It's working now, dudes.
Whee!
Told you it wasn't us.
Yes. Great stuff.
Next we've got Khalid Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Thanks for answering my question, guys. I picked up my Dunlending Warriors and Urkin brand, and I'm going to order my Outriders and Sons soon. Oops. I've been considering starting a channel as an extension to my own gaming hobby. I play a few different games such as war games like 40k, skirmish games like War Machine and The Hobbit, and a few board and card games. My question is, what recommendations would you give to someone just starting out or considering out as a hobby?
Starting out as a hobby.
Thanks again, Khalid.
You mean starting like a channel?
Stick with it.
Yeah.
Like the first sort of month or so is disappointing.
What?
No, for me it was a little bit.
You had only just met me.
Yeah.
You've had to sort of get used to.
It
just deals with me now.
Stick with it.
Yeah, don't get disheartened.
Your first month won't be like, it's not instant success. It takes a while for you to get your community going, and
yeah, you have to gather momentum. Best way to gather momentum is to regularly put out content, or at least promise. So, for example, with these Q&As, we pretty much get them Sunday every single time, so people know that on a Sunday
they can go to your channel. They can get X, Y, or Z.
It's the same with podcasts and stuff. The most popular podcasts are the ones that fulfil what they say they're going to do, which is to regularly come up, and it should be passionate and interesting. And if you're, if you come across well on camera, you should be absolutely fine.
If you're as handsome as we are as well, it always helps.
I don't know, man. After that weekend, I seemed to develop like a massive outbreak of spots.
I actually had this. I had one like up here. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I think it's sort of the combination of sort of lack of sleep, eating not amazingly,
drinking a lot.
Drinking a lot as well. That's not good for your skin. Now I'm going to serve Jamie and I dinner.
You go get food because I can smell it.
I'm going to serve it. We should stop this. We should eat it.
And then carry on.
Welcome back, folks. Feel alright? You enjoy that?
It's nice, tasty, thank you.
Yeah, Jamie even ate his greens. You don't normally do that.
No, I'm hungry.
Having an effect on you, clearly.
Yeah.
But no. So next up we've got Camille Demansky. He's put, hi guys, great vid as always. I've just realised that this hobby is starting to become very expensive. Oh yes it is!
Someone bought Halbrad Dunadan with banner for £101.
It must have been banner and horn.
Yeah.
It's the one with the horn. It can't just be one with banner. Yeah. Still get that, can't you? I've got one in there. I'll sell it for £100. Anybody wants a...
So it's 70.
Yeah, I'd sell it for 50. I'd sell it for 20. You can have it if you want. When do you use the banner anyway? When?
1,000-point games.
Yes, that's true. And you put here, I spent like you spent £100 last week. Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. We must have spent way more.
Remember, we don't know how old Camille is. If you're like a kid and that's your savings for the year, that could be like...
Yeah, that's true. £100 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
It is a lot of money. I bought a Mummock on eBay for £16.
Stupid.
But I have to fix it. Sorry, no question this week, but keep up the great work. And United! United! UNIT! He's obviously a Man United fan.
Yeah, you'll never walk alone.
Boo! Top of the league.
You're going to do it for Steve. Go on, Stevie.
Boo! Hey, good luck. I'd tell you what an achievement with Brendan Rodgers. Great manager.
If we win the next 4 games, we deserve it. If we win 14 games on the bounce, unbeaten in 19, damn right you deserve the league.
And damn right you deserve it. And also, I know this isn't a football channel, but also it's the fact that you've done it without, like, I know that you have spent a lot of money, but you've not done like a City or a Chelsea.
You've essentially bought the league.
Bought the league. You've footballed yourself to the league. And as a Man United fan, hats off Liverpool. You deserve our respect because you're playing football the right way.
Jamie Winus, you've asked a question this time. You come back for the third time lucky. Hello to the 2 J's, the Morecambe and Wise of the Hobbit SPG world. But who is Morecambe and who is Wise?
I don't know. Sometimes Jane's dad puts on, like, remembering what Morecambe and Wise show. I'm not really watching it. Yeah. Editing videos and stuff usually.
Big thanks to my very first Speak Friend in question. 500-point Dwarven Rangers and Iron Guard did alright against Gondor, although horrendous courage rolls made my victory a close thing. There was 5 dwarves in one, and another 3 in the next, which is when you're broken. That's pretty grim.
That's grim.
But a victory nonetheless in my first real battle. Congratulations.
Good work, man.
Question. Can a player armed with a 2-handed weapon and a single hand weapon pick and choose whether he uses either? So yes.
Yep. Everybody's assumed to have a hand weapon, even if it's listed they've got a two-handed weapon, and you don't have to use two-handed now.
Yeah. So start of melee round, I nominate my Dwarf Ranger on two-handed weapons, use a single hand weapon. Does it negate -1 dual roll? Yes. You can even special strike with it. Thanks again, gents, for supporting my Hobbit habit, and congratulations on what looked like an awesome tourney.
Yes, it was September.
If I was in Oz, I'd have been there. No, you wouldn't.
You'd have been a long way. You'd have been as far away as possible.
Yeah.
Maybe you mean if I wasn't in Oz, I'd have been there. Come over. We have guys coming from across the world, and we know that there are people who want to come over from America, and that definitely.
I think next time we should do a longest journey award.
Yeah.
So not there and back again, but the longest. Who's come the furthest to be with us?
You could win that.
Yeah, easily.
You've come easily. That's about as far as you can possibly come from. If we get a couple of guys from Australia and New Zealand, we'll have to start calculating the exact.
Google Maps.
Yeah, I'll just put it in my sat nav. Yeah, come down. I know it's a long journey, but make it like a holiday. So come over, do England. You know what I mean? Do the UK. John Deathclip, Papa Giorgio. What a lovely guy.
Yeah.
He came over from Greece, but he came over with his family, and they went up to like Edinburgh and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and they made a holiday of it. And that's what you guys should do. September, we're looking at the last weekend.
Yeah.
That's a spoil. That's like a teaser. As we say.
Yeah. We should get it all finalised, but we've got it penciled in with Darren, I think.
I know you want to come.
Yeah.
I know it was awesome. I know you want to be part of it. Yes, you do. See, this is what I'm good at. You do spreadsheets. I'm good at that kind of. Okay, next up we've got Kurt Leach. If you guys could have your own personal banner, what would it be like? That's a good question.
Like House Stark, like a House Gibling banner. What would it be?
Have you checked out like your own coat of arms and stuff like that?
Yes. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like some sort of. It had a crown on it for royalty or something. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't remember. But yeah, but I never really trust those things online. It seems like everyone gets the exact same one, just variations on colours.
Of course they. Like mine I think was it's like a grey, like a slate colour, with a blue chevron, and then with 3 wolf heads, 3 dragon heads. Can't remember whether it was wolves or dragons, and fortitude. Of course.
What would I have my own personal banner?
That's a really tough question. Start with colours. I really like dark reds and stuff.
I like dark blue.
Yeah, so I'll go for like dark red. You go for dark blue. That's cool.
I think to accent it, it would have to be a bright white.
Would you go for like an animal, or would you go for like an object? Would you go for like axes or something, or would you go for, you know, a furious lion, a rampant lion? So.
You know, I'd probably go for an object. It has to be a bow.
A bow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a rubbishy banner.
Yeah, for years.
I'll tell you what, guys. We've done this with stats.
Yeah.
Got a little task for you. I want you to design a banner for Jamie and a banner for me. Just get on paint. Nice banner. We've told you what we like dark red, and I want you to do a banner, and the best banner will get a thumbs up from me. I'm not got any prizes to give away, but you'll just have my respect, and I'll name you as being awesome. And we know that that's what you're here for. Next up, we've got Glenn Armstrong.
Hey guys, thanks for answering my questions again, and I agree, after playing 2 or 3 games, that the Uruk and Goblin combo doesn't work that well. Yeah. After trying this, I thought I wanted to start a completely different army. I thought about it and decided that I wanted to have a book-loyal force, and then finally decided on a Hobbit army. Good luck with that one, that's going to be expensive to collect.
Very expensive to collect.
This is my list, it's not complete. Meriadoc, Captain of the Shire, with shield, leading 12 Hobbit militia upgraded to battling brandy books. Makes us strength 3. Peregrine, Captain of the Shire, leading 12 Hobbit archers, upgraded to Tuckish Hunters, 90 points. Makes them fight 3 or strength 3? I think it's strength 3. Frodo of the Nine Fingers and Samwise the Brave, Paladin Tuck, Lobelia, Fatty Bolga, and Hobbit Hornblower, leading 12 Hobbit militia upgraded to battling brandy books. I assume a hero must be leading them, not Hobbit Hornblower, because he can't. 401 points. What should I add? Keep up the great work and look in everything that you do. Happy strategy battle gaming. You want to be book loyal, don't you? Well,
You want to be book loyal? Were you about to say Malbeth?
No. no, I was going to say Gandalf. That's good in a Hobbit Force.
Too many points.
Potentially, drop sort of Lobelia and Fatty for now, and give Frodo and Sam a warband each. Is the only suggestion I can give you there to sort of fill out the rest of your points, and then try and add Fatty and Lobelia in later on.
Yeah, I can't really help you massively. I'm afraid.
Try and find the models that have axes.
It does well with his hobbits. They can be really strong force, can't they?
Can.
Just huge numbers and throwing stones and good shooting value and stuff.
Yeah.
Cheap things. Next up,
it's What's the Tario music?
Happiness again.
Hello. Hi guys, you should record a Cho-Cho Master song. We sort of just did. Like you're doing Cho-Cho Master Shout, with some rubbish
sugary music.
Some sugary music in the background. It would be awesome.
Sugar.
Up to another question. Compare auction.
Get Damien to do it. Damien's quite musical. Damien, your next job after you've uploaded the rest of your player interviews, which we're very thankful for.
Very thankful.
Yeah, that's given us loads of content. We can just chill out now, put our feet up.
For a week or so.
Of course, what we mean by that is focus on improving the channel.
Yeah.
Then recording battle reports, which we're going to do loads of today.
Compare Orcs from Lord of the Rings and Hobbit systems, and which unit is the best cost-wise in combat or have amazing special abilities. As always, choose from Poland. So let's compare like Mordor Orcs to Gundabad Orcs, I guess is a comparison you could do.
Yeah, or Hunter Orcs to
regular Orcs or Morannon Orcs, whatever. Morannon Orcs and Gundabad Orcs, both with shield, are essentially the same, but Gundabad Orcs get the free Gundabad special rule for ancient enemies and hate dwarves and elves. So they're about right.
Are they exactly the same in every way? Like strength-wise?
Strength-wise, fight-wise, defense-wise.
They're all strength 4?
Yeah, all strength 4, all defense 6 when they've got their shield. They lost their pikes, they got spears, which means they're exactly the same again.
Are they cheaper or more expensive?
I think they're the same price.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more expensive, maybe 1 point more expensive, I can't remember off the top of my head.
And you're paying that 1 point for the special?
Probably, yeah. Then they've got Hunter Orcs, and I think Hunter Orcs on foot are really quite a decent model.
Yeah, two attacks, fight 4.
Fight 3. Fight 3, strength 4, defense 4, 2 attacks. But there's no other 2 attack model in the Mordor army list besides Mordor Stalkers, who are 15 points and strength 3 and defense 3. So you're paying the sort of difference there. But yeah, I think the new models are better, but you pay the points for them.
Yeah. So
they're balanced, but yeah. I still like the old.
Yeah, there's not been any kind of like massive stat creep or anything with this system, has there? Can't think of anything which is totally broken. Lots of people have called things out on it, like when Hunter Orcs did come out, but no, not really. Next up we've got the malevolent Edward Ball. He's put, annoyingly, bah!
Now, Ed and I have discussed the question he asked a little bit in previous discussions with him, so I want you to answer this question first, and then I'll chip in.
Okay, so he's put TWRWOFB. Total win ring wraiths on fell beasts.
Yeah, it must be.
That's quite good. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Separately, your prospective thoughts on this year's league. Ed won, which he's quite keen to point out, last year with 93.42% of the total, which was exciting and tense, and decided in the last tournament. Already this year, particularly with it only being 4 counting results as opposed to 5, I already have, as a percentage, 94.975. Given our previous discussions about our attending as many as possible, all, do you not feel that there is a realistic chance of the league being well and truly decided by someone or more getting 4 wins by perhaps September? Would a decided league kill some of the jus de vivre of the later tournaments? Did I do that right?
Yeah, jus de vivre.
Yeah, cool. Of later tournaments. So you want me to answer this?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I think that the league be well and truly decided by September? No. And do you know what? Unless someone gets 4 wins. And the reason for that is there are a lot of people that, you know, are placing and can get wins and stuff like that. And it only takes you to win a couple of tournaments and you're in the running. You can shoot up. So I would say I don't think it will be decided by September. It can't be unless someone gets 4 wins. Because there's still there's still like 3 tournaments. You win those 3 tournaments, you're probably going to overtake people.
Yeah.
So therefore, no, I don't think it will be decided. Unless people just aren't going.
Yeah.
Of course. Would a decided league kill some of the jus de vivre of the later tournaments? No, I don't think, because I don't think everybody goes to tournaments for the same reasons as some people. And I think that if anything, that our tournament really showed was that it's about the atmosphere and the community coming together, and it's as much about people coming together who love something, love a system, and just want to play games and have fun. It's not all about the winning. It's about being able to put those armies on the table, look at other people's armies, play against different forces, meet people, have a drink, eat food, have a weekend off, you know, and I think it's more about that. So, no, I think that there'll be just as much to tournaments in a decided league as anything else. I think that there's only a very, 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 very small group of people, like, out of there's been over 80 people playing, 80 different people so far.
80? I thought it was 75.
Yeah, I think it's about 80 different people who've been involved in the tournaments already this year. That's different people. And out of those, in my mind, I can think of maybe 2 or 3 that, you know, might mean so much too, that if they weren't in the running in that time, it would lose something for them. Everybody else plays for different reasons. What did you say?
I agree with Ed that sort of I would prefer the league to come down to the very end, as in most sort of sporting events. It always makes a more interesting season, as it were, if it does come down to the wire. Like this season in football is a really interesting season because it's so close. Ed and I are very similar in that we've both scored particularly well and are in a chance of sort of sealing it up.
It can only be sealed up with 4 wins.
Realistically, yeah.
But then if 2 people get 4 wins, it's not sealed up.
So you go to
and
the
there's a
fifth,
chance
yeah.
because there's so many.
But then it becomes a 2-horse race. But what I've talked to a few people about this now, and I was talking to Owen about it last night. He was saying, well, people are going, as you just said, for different reasons. Like this year, Owen, Tom and Damien, all who were very close to winning it last year, are going for themed armies this year and just having fun with it.
They're still doing well.
Yeah.
Good players.
Charles is, you know, falling over every tournament he goes to, so he's just
Yes!
failing.
I do like you, Charles.
Yeah, but it's just
I also like your demise.
It's just funny to see. James Braun, who was sort of doing very well last year until the second half when he couldn't attend some, has been unable to attend these early ones, so he might be a dark horse later on to shoot up. But just people are going for different reasons now, I think, as you just said.
And there are also more people involved who are there to take points as well.
Yeah.
You know, not mentioning names or anything.
Jack PP.
What's that?
Jack PP, what?
I think he's doing Titans in August, which is great. But you know, there are more people getting involved who are going to go to more tournaments. You know, I'll probably do alright because I'm going to all of them.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there last year really.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden that, but again, people are doing it for different reasons.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that you, Ed Ball, are probably in that very, very, very small group.
With me, hello.
In that very small group. So that's not, and I don't think it can be decided. I think there are too many tournaments for it to be decided. If you win a tournament, shoot up, don't you? And then he's put, this must be in response. So
no, this is just he probably just asked that. We then said something else, and the reckless hate continues.
We don't hate you, Ed. We do like you very much. You might hate the way that you play sometimes. You know, that's right. I heard about it. This is my disappointed look. That was a nasty look, wasn't it? That was like... Not impressed. Okay, next up, Evanel. Well, Evan L.
I think Evan L. We'll call you Evan L.
Evan L.
Evan and L. Hey guys, loving the videos. Obviously the best.
Why you not joke to yourself then?
Yeah. A little chuckle. Obviously the best barracks on YouTube. The hobby seems to be growing slowly but surely. Even here in Ontario, Canada. Ontario, is it Ontario?
Yeah, Ontario.
Just wondering if you guys can help me out with some tactics and select warband choices for using my newly formed Isengard and Easterling army lists. I have the complete listings, with the exception of Dunlending models, Warriors and Thryden Wolfsbane, and Mahur and Sharky. Do you have any good suggestions? Thanks again. Even Loop Fruit from the forums. Must be what the L's there for. P.S. I still don't know how to get these GBHL dice. Let me know how and I will certainly support you guys. Cheers.
You are going to know very, very soon, because due to a series of circumstances beyond my control, we are going to have to ask you guys to support us sooner than we thought, and we'll give you all details about that soon, and that'll be your first opportunity to get GBHL dice and to really, really, really help us out, improve the quality and operations of this channel, really.
Yeah.
Massively. In terms of Isengard, let's say that we go for 500 points. We say the same thing, don't we?
Yeah, the Shaman, the regular captain, Vrasku, crossbows, ferals and
shields and pikes. And,
yeah.
That tends to be good. Easterlings, bit more difficult.
They're difficult. They're not as great an army list. Well, let's go with what Tom's taking. Amdur, Lord of Blades, because he's fight 6 and can regain might when he kills a hero, which is good. Kamor's a good choice. Yeah,
Kamor is a good choice.
I quite like the Easterling War Priest. Can make a hero. He can make a model strength 6 or can cast Fury.
You can make a model strength 6. Is that one of his spells?
Yeah, it's like
that's cool.
I forgot what it's called, the fluff name, but essentially that model counts as being strength 6 for this turn. You give it to Amdur.
I learn something every day.
Blade Wrath. That's it.
Blade Wrath. I like that. That's cool. I've not heard that before.
Yeah.
Just like at our tournament, I saw the spell Shatter be used.
Shatter's a horrible,
really effectively.
Horrible spell.
Like that young lad, he did really well. And Shatter makes you being counted as being unarmed, so he did it like against eagles and stuff. So of course they lose their claws and talons, and they get -1 in the duel roll.
Yeah.
Is that brilliant?
It's great.
And I also learnt more about Paralyze, which
Paralyze is a horrible spell.
And as I was reading Paralyze, I suddenly realised it isn't just transfix, it's like transfix on bad steroids, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm killing this spider because it's 6 inches away and it's going to paralyse Boromir of Gondor.
Yeah.
Who I think has got to be one of the most fun models to play as.
Oh yeah. You just go
It's fun.
just throw him in, just like punches.
He does loads of cool stuff and then he dies. It's awesome. Because it's awesome. He's one of my favourite models to use, just for fun. It's great. Anyway.
Yeah, so I think Amdur,
Black Dragon upgrade's well worth it.
Yeah. And the captain, and then just you sort of your pike block with Black Dragon upgrade will do relatively well. Maybe some the war drum. Get you into combat as soon as possible.
Yeah,
that'd be my suggestion.
Okay, next up we've got Will Hamill. What do you think of this 500-point Army of Thor list?
It's a 1,000-point list.
Oh, right, okay.
He's mixed his numbers up.
Okay, so we'll start with, it's a 1,000-point list. Is Thrall, 6 Warriors of Erebor with Spear and Shield, 6 Warriors of Erebor with Shield, Warband 2, Thrain, and the same, Warband 3, Thorin,
with Orc Rust.
Nice. With Orc Wrist, an Oaken Shield, and a Pony, the same men, yeah. For Dwalin on Pony, same men, and I might add a banner somewhere.
Get the banner in there.
It's good.
Just for taking hold. It's just, yeah.
It's a good list. 3s and... Oh, no, sorry, but he's got his weird Arkenstone thing, hasn't he? Yeah, just
it's not a bad list.
It's an Army of Thor list, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your 500-point list is Thrall, still your general, 6 Warriors of Airball with Shield and Spear, with Shield, and 6 with Shield and Spear, Thrain with 5 Warriors of Airball with Shield, and 6 with Shield and Spear.
My only suggestion for the 500 is to drop
Thorin and Dwalin and swap those.
Still keep Thrall. Thrall's a decent hero compared to Dwalin.
It's not as good as Thorin though, and he's more expensive.
I'd say drop Thrain for Thorin in that list. You have Thrall and Thorin.
Yeah, could do.
If you want to have just 2 warbands.
Dwalin on Pony.
Dwalin on Pony's nasty.
Yeah, Dwalin on Pony and Thorin on Pony.
Yeah.
Instead. That's what I would say. What would you say?
Yeah. I don't know. If you want to use your Thrall model,
go and use it, and if you enjoy it, play it as it. Fantastic. Next
maybe,
up.
so I was going to say, maybe drop one off, take Thrain the Broken, if you're not using him as Thrain in your family point list, and he's a free drop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Next up.
Modelling Master, when and where is his tournament, and can people still come? Well, it was in the past, and it was in Stockport, so no.
And it was amazing.
It was great.
And we're going to do this a couple of times a year. And the next time is September. And get thinking now, because we're going to do the same kind of thing that we did last time. We're going to do some early bird tickets. And they went so quick last time.
They went first day.
They went first day. So you all need to be ready to click. Click, click, click. Buy.
Buy it now.
Buy it now as soon as it goes up.
The next tournament I was going to be in Mansfield on the Saturday-Sunday bank holiday weekend. So there's some tickets available. And check out Dreamlight Gaming on Facebook to get involved in that event and to get some cracking discounts as well. Yeah, they give some great discounts. I am still waiting on some of my stuff. I think they had a problem with UPS and Games Workshop. I ordered some things probably about a month ago actually, but I don't think that's usual. It's a 1,000 point tournament. It's my first time playing at 1,000 points. I'm not even sure I'm going to get time to practice. Is it completely different when it scales up like that? You've got to be aware of the combos that go floating around. Okay. You get more synergies between things. Okay. Interesting. Are you specifically referring to 7 Felbeast list or something? It's a thick 6 Felbeast list. Okay. And Ed and I discussed it. It was like, if he takes his good and I take my good, he wins. If he takes his evil and I take my evil, he more than likely wins. But if we take the opposite armies, I'm more than likely to get it. So basically, because of the kind of player that Ed is, you can't let on which you're taking. No, no, no. I know Ed, and I'm more than happy to take bribes. Okay. And then I can't let you know what I'm taking either. Or I can feed false information. You can do, but you know I won't really tell him. Yeah. Unless, of course, he makes a public apology to to Owen for what he did. Disgrace. Modelling Master again says, "Oh yeah, and loads of Lord of the Rings figures are not available anymore." Sad face, sad face. Sad face. They're just so goddamn popular. And we get a huge trail of things saying that this is lots of the same kind of stuff there, just about we got Owen. Woo! This is from Owen Wright, who won our tournament at the weekend. He didn't win. Ed won. Owen came 4th. I know, he did very well with his list. Yeah, considering his list. Check out the video where Damien, our guest GBHL reporter, roving reporter. I love that. He's interviewed all the players, and you can get to see Owen's list on there. We haven't got time limit, have we? We have, but we were only doing it on for 15 minutes before, I think. Yeah, so we're on 40 minutes. Yeah. So Owen has put James, and then in brackets, man, beast, monster, nerd. Yeah. 120 points. That's fair, okay. Fight 6. Yeah, I'll take that. Defense 6. What strength am I? You've got a strength there. What strength am I, Owen? How strong am I? I've just left that out. We have no strength. Defense 6. 3 attacks. Yeah, I'll take that. 3 wounds. Courage 6. Thank you. And I've got Might 2, Will 2, and Fate 2. I've got stars next to Might and Fate, which sounds like it could be good. I've got the option to take a bow. Horse and a shield. Horse and a shield. Okay, that's cool. So I can go up to defense 7. Okay, Chop Chop Master. This is one of my special roles. In order to use, the player must shout this as loud as he can in the way that 40k players shout "Wah." Do you know what a wah is? It's what all shout when they're about to charge in, and lots of 40k players who are fluff players scream "Wah" at their opponent as they charge in. Is that like when dwarf players, like yourself? Yeah. Okay. I love it that you did it. I love it. Once activated, all warriors of Rohan and riders of Rohan and heroes of Rohan gain +2 inches to their movements as long as they charge. 14 inches on this veil. That's cool. I like that. But they have to charge. Next special rule. Oh my days! If James spends some might to adjust the dice from a 1 or a 2 and is successful in winning the fight, wounding, hitting in a shooting attack, then the point is 3. Roll to win a fight rolls 1, 1, 2. I roll a 3. James had 2 might to make his 4 and wins the fight thus spending 0 might. Yeah. That's cool. Oh my eyes! James may re-roll fate rolls. Oh my eyes! Ow! I also seem to have a support character for 20 points, which is Jane, who is a human. I'm quite pleased about. And she's fight 1,
Nah, she isn't, mate. She's 1 defence, 1 attack. Nah, she's got various ways of hurting you. Wounds 1, courage 7, yeah. Might 0, will 5. Nah, she's like 20 will. Don't win. Fate 6. She counts as unarmed. She's got scented diffusers. Yeah, it's up there now. Can you smell it?
Yes.
I get a whiff of it every now and again. It's really strong. It gives me a headache. But she's made up of it, so. If Jay moves into base contact with a model, then the model is transfixed for that turn. That's cool.
It may not be resisted.
That's cool. This is due to Jane talking about perfumes and lotions. Maybe giving them a facial. They didn't think they asked for. Yeah, that's happened before. No, Arwen, Toriel, Galadriel and Eowyn are amused at this as they all love the attention. That's really sexist.
What would you expect from Owen?
Yeah, cool. Okay, you want to read your one?
Yep, Jamie is an elf.
Jon Snow.
And Jon Snow.
Snow.
90 points, like all the pansy wood elf heroes.
Oh,
It's very true.
I just slapped myself.
That's instant karma. Movement 8 inches.
You know, when you do it and it feels like having shot up into your guts. Oh, I might just have to have a minute out of the Q&A.
I'll take this. I'm fight 4 with a star next to it. Defense 5, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 7.
Fate roll. Yeah, I'm back.
4 might, 4 will. 4 might, get in.
4 might?
4 might, 4 will, 2 fate, wearing armour. They got horse for 10 points, and heavy armour for plus 5 points, but it was reducing my movement by 2 back down to 6 inches. This is fair enough.
Why can you move for 8 inches?
Because I'm an elf.
Elves don't move 8 inches.
Yeah.
So you become 4 inches like a dwarf. That's a good little rule for Jamie.
Special rule, Lego Lassie.
I love this one.
Jamie is known for his Lego building skills and conjury. At any point in his move, he may spend a point of will to create a Lego dog in base contact with Jamie. The dog has basic stats, but Jamie may add more will to upgrade any stat that the dog has. The dog will move after it is created. The dog is a beast. It moves 8 inches, has fight 3, defense 3, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, and courage 3, and is bodyguarded to me.
I mean, just out of interest, do you know that there is a mechanic in our game called strength? Because you missed out the strength of all of us.
Maybe stop us arguing, we'll stop you crying about your strength.
Yeah,
special rule, give me a 6. Jamie may give me a 6 once per game. If he calls this, then he ultimately gets a 6 on one of his dice. Drawbacks, I am known for my misfortune. And if this is used in a Wood Elf versus All Mounted Rohan matchup, it only achieves a 5. Yeah.
That's the right one.
That's the right, I'd take that.
I'll take a 5.
Question. Were you surprised that Alistair and I took our egos to the top 6 of Stockport, and how many tears did you shed over me not beating Ed in the final round?
But you did beat Ed in the final round. And I'm not actually surprised. And do you know why? Because
not for those scenarios.
I think those scenarios lend themselves, and it's the comment everybody made, but we knew it, they lend themselves to speed.
I doubt we'll use those first 2 again in the tournaments we do, because we wanted to use them because they were Desolation of Stockport, Desolation of Somalia,
and they're new.
And things we wanted to try them out, see if they do work at tournaments, and they don't really.
No,
they do, but they don't.
They do and they don't. I thought it was good because it meant that it was more relaxed gaming, because people knew that,
X and Y Force going to win.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
It was fun.
It was good fun, but no, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Thank you.
That's right.
Lucas Gervin. Howdy, pal. You put hello, Hobbiters. My White Council list has changed a bit. It's going to be Gandalf, Saruman, Elrond with armour, haven't got him on a horse. 1 high elf with banner and shield, 4 high elves with bows and spears, 6 high elves with shields, 2 with spears, Bilbo with sting, terrible I know, but just fun. No, it's not terrible.
He's really quite worth it.
Damien and Owen brought him.
I think on a pony that Owen took, he's a really viable character, He's essentially a free transfix against something, and he's got decent courage, he's going to charge stuff.
Yep.
That you want him to charge.
Idea is just 2 wizards and Gandalf.
Strength and Willing, Elrond from More Nature's Wrath.
And banner because I had 145 points to make an high elf warband, 2 blasters, a ring bearer, and Elrond with elves.
I really rate banners though nowadays.
I do now.
Strangely, just because one of To the Death. I mean, To the Death, it's just worth having a banner there.
Yep.
And they're handy to have around.
I agree with you.
Used to be in Lord of the Rings so furiously against banners, saying I'd rather have 4 extra models or 3 extra models. But nowadays, I try and squeeze a banner in if possible.
The thing is, if you can make it affect 4 fights in a turn, it's great.
If not more.
If not more, it's great. It's like getting an extra attack for so many models, especially if you're an elf or something. It's really good for you. Yeah. Or even when you're matching fight values. So I find as a fight 4 army, I actually think they would be quite useful. And I've seen other fight 4 armies like Isengard use banners against me,
and they just
amazingly, and it's just like. And it's always inevitable. So like, I'll roll like 3 dice with my Son of Ale charging in. I'll get a 5 highest.
Oh,
Kieran,
hot banner, hot.
Kieran rolls a 1, right, with something. And he's like, oh, I've got a banner, rolls it, and it's guaranteed to get a 6. It's one of those mechanics in the game that when you have to do a re-roll, you inevitably get the opposite result.
It's like rolling priority in the first turn. It's like, oh, it's a draw.
It's a draw. It always happens.
Every time.
So, question, do you think Channel's Nature's Wrath will work because it's a low number army and you want to kill models and not be outnumbered? So will that channeling be worth it? And channel Sorcerous Blast? Lucas. P.S. I'd like to see Jamie play Rohan and James Woodhouse. We might do a special bat rep in the future when we have got like a subscription service where we do that and we reward people who do a regular thing. We'll do like special bat reps for those people in an unlisted area which only people who contribute monthly.
An unlisted playlist will do it.
And we'll do things like that there.
Yeah.
So, get thinking.
Do you think Channel Nature's Wrath will work? It won't hurt you. Well, actually, it might a little bit, because your might's going on something.
What do they take? A strength?
2 hits.
I said 2 hit.
Against some armies, it'll do well, like Harad and my Wood Elves and Hobbits, it will do really well against.
Yeah.
But its might could be better used on a heroic move or.
You want defense 3 or 4 armies that you use that against.
Yeah.
So use it against defense 3 or 4 armies when you've got a chance to affect loads, so it's worth using a might point.
Like when you're surrounded, literally surrounded. You go boom.
Yeah.
Might kill like 5, 6, 7.
Channel Sorcerous Blast.
Only against defense 6. Well, defense 6 is the way to go for that one.
Why is it?
It does a strength 6 hit on the first model, and then a strength 4 on all the others it
So
goes
instead of
through.
5 and 3s,
Yeah.
it does 6s and 4s.
Yeah, so if you get a defense 4 army, it could be worth it. Because then, you know, your secondary hits killing on a 4, not a 5.
Or a defense 6 army.
Or a defense 6 army, so you
Or
can.
a defense 8 army.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's here, he'd jump up in 2s, you see. Yeah, you seem to like those kind of forces, don't you, where you've got like quite powerful things which take up the majority of your points, and then you just have a few sort of normal stuff. Like he's the guy who brings that
The Fell Beast.
and not many sort of Mortal Knights and stuff, yeah. So good luck, let us know how you get on. Next up, we've got CERN! CERN, not Suren.
CERN.
It's CERN.
CERN.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He came to the desolation of Stockport all the way from Norway. You'll hate that. From Denmark.
That crazy Norwegian.
That crazy Norwegian. Really hates Denmark, this guy.
Yeah. Despises him with a passion.
He's a good guy. He seems to spend the whole time with a hangover. Yeah.
It's like 5 in the afternoon. Oh.
He's a great guy. He will be featuring in a
Bat rep?
In a bat rep very soon, because I managed to get a battle report versus him. Did you get to play him?
I did not get to play him.
Unlucky. Really nice guy. Oh, he's actually put here, hi guys, thanks for an awesome time at the Desolation of Stockport event. Yeah, we had a great time, and it was great because of guys like you sent the great. You are awesome. Now here's the question. I grabbed a Grimhammers box at Element Games at Stockport. Yeah, impulse buy-in.
We should have totally sort of tried to monetize Lord of the Rings sales with him.
Monetize it?
Like, get some money back from it. So many people bought stuff.
Yeah. Well, as long as they said they're from the GBHL channel, it should have helped us. But did you remember? And I'm determined to make them work. Which heroes would you throw in a list? I prefer keeping it fluffy though. I did a 750 point list looking like this. Thrain with 12 Grimhammers, Thror with 12 Grimhammers, Grimhammer Captain with 12 Grimhammers. Seems like a fun list to me. Yeah, it should be fun. The only thing I'm having doubts with is the heroes. From CERN. CERN. You have to say it like that. CERN. Because we don't have that noise, that letter in English. It makes it a run.
It's a cow.
CERN.
It's just like a tiny cow.
Our speak friends and questions are rapidly descending, so I was just taking a mick out of people's names.
Yeah.
Son! Son! He's a great guy. I really liked his dad as well. His dad was cool.
That was cool. Very cool.
His dad was very cool. Looks like fun.
Yeah. The heroes.
If you want to go for that theme, then great.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go for that theme, go for your.
I still think Thorin over Thrain. The one that's got the Arkham Stone. Take Thorin over him, just because he's better.
Thror is the one with the Arkham Stone.
Thor is,
yeah. Cheaper as well.
Yeah. So you get a banner, maybe.
Yeah, get a banner. Get him on a pony.
Yeah.
It's always for winners.
Sean McGee asked us, how do I send your question?
I'm sure he's joking with us.
It's like a bit of a paradox, isn't it?
I actually had to put here, just post it here, buddy. GBHL James. But he didn't, so I reckon he was just having a bit of fun.
Yeah.
I think. Next up.
Max Robinson. Hey guys, my question this week is what do you think will happen to the hobby after the final Hobbit film is out in terms of new releases or content? Thanks.
You've experienced this before.
One of two things will happen. Either the thing will get dropped and after a couple of years, no more new content will come out, or depending on how the contract was written, it will give Games Workshop creative license to release their own stuff, like they did with Lord of the Rings. Like the film's finished, and then we got this whole flurry of new products that came out.
Yeah.
Whether they've been allowed to do that again, I don't know.
Cool.
It will be hopefully.
I think the best way for us to almost try and guarantee... I mean, Games Workshop wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't profitable.
Yeah.
They wouldn't, so it must be profitable, but we just have to keep on really supporting our Hobbit hobby. Get to the independent tournaments, buy lots of stuff, you know, and try not to be too negative about the idea that it might all end at some point.
Yeah.
You know? Just enjoy it while it's here, and if there's a strong community, just like what happened with Blood Bowl,
yeah,
you know, then the game can live on.
Blood Bowl, Mordheim, Necromunda all still have good followings, despite being dropped.
Yeah.
Not even specialist games anymore. They've just
been dropped.
Been dropped.
So next up, we've got Larry Miller. Again, great guy. He was at Desolation of Stockport.
He was, yeah.
He's put congratulations on a great tournament, guys. Thank you very much. We loved it.
Yes,
we loved it.
It was hard work, but it was really fun.
I don't know if you got the same kind of feeling, but I was gutted that I was almost gutted that I was playing the second day. Although I had some great fun games and I enjoyed using Breaking Fellowship you gave me. But the best thing, we was just looking around, just seeing so many people having a good time, and there seemed to be a really good vibe.
Buzz.
The atmosphere, there was, wasn't there?
There was.
It was like a buzz. It was great. Even Darren noticed it.
Yeah.
And he could just be saying, Darren owns the Northwest Gaming Centre. He could just be saying this so that we go there again. But Darren said, you know, this has been one of the best buzzes. You know, he has Warhammer tournaments, War Machine.
He has everything.
He has everything there, and he just said the atmosphere with the Hobbit players was just second to none.
Yeah.
So that says a lot. Finally got around to getting the last source book I was missing while down there.
Quite a lot of people picked up the bits that they needed. I think it was Yon.
Yeah.
He bought his final source book he needed for Free Peoples, I think it was.
Fantastic.
Or Maureen Angmore, one of the two. And then left his main rule.
Yeah. It's put here, and he read through it yesterday. So for this week's question, I was wondering if this is a good question. If a Gundabad Shaman uses Shutter on a model with a banner which is near a shade, will it get -3 on its dual rolls?
Yes.
So it basically becomes unarmed, which is -1. It's holding a banner, which is another -1, and you get -1 for the shade. So yeah, it does stack.
Yeah. It says all its weapons are broken and a banner's not a weapon, so yes.
So it does stack.
It does stack, yeah.
These things do stack. Wow.
So yes, it would be able to roll the 4 highest. No, 3 highest.
Wow. Totally broken.
That's one model.
Yeah, it's one model, yeah.
But yes, you're right, it would get -3.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking more the -2 with a Gundabad Shaman shattering something near a shade.
Like
some heroes.
Yeah.
And then you get like your Dwemer Lake around.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
With Corsair Reavers.
Yeah. Next up we've got Paul Watson.
Hello guys, I hope your tournament went well.
It went amazing.
You did very well, thank you.
You've got to be there next time, pal.
I have 2 questions related to each other. One is, could you give an example of one of Ed's 3 Felbeast lists? Also, the reason that they're forced as well, you think... Okay, I'll start with the first bit.
You do one, I'll do one, and then you do one.
Kamul on Felbeast.
Knight of Umbar on Felbeast. Standard rank.
standard wraith, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although we spoke to him, and I convinced him that why did he take the standard wraith when the Witch King with 3 might and 2 fate is the exact same points? Like 3, 11, 2 instead of 2, 14, 2. And he said, yeah, it probably makes more sense to do that. Which it does. He gets more might.
Interesting. Why are you giving him tips? Also, the reason that force does well, do you think could be replicated by a mounted 3 wizard force? Saruman the White, Gandalf the Red, Radagast the Ground, all mounted.
No. Sorry.
Explain why. Do you think Sorcerer's Blast is close to the Hurl Brutal Power attack?
No.
No. Unless attacks and strength could be a problem, possibly. Yeah. But the staying power with heal doesn't do enough. No. From Radagast could be crazy. Thanks. MWL Rambo.
Okay, let's go through it. 5 values the same. Cool. Strength is completely different. Strength 6 of the Fell Beast against the strength 4 of the Wizard is crazy because the monsters can rend against heroes. They're wounded on 3s most of the time and can then hurl and barge and do other stuff to get into combat with things you want to get into. The biggest thing is the number of attacks they get. So on the charge, the Fell Beasts get 3. The Wizards get 2 on the charge. Obviously, the Fell Beasts have the advantage, and they also knock down, which they get as well with the Wizards. So you get 6 versus 4. The point is when you lose the heroic move and you get charged, the Fell Beasts have rules that help them out. Like Kamul can increase his dice to increase his attacks to 2. Yeah. Now everyone bar, if you throw a hero in there to heroic strike against him, takes his attack, so you can get up to 2, 3. The Wizards have 1 dice, which is rubbish. And when you charge the monsters, if the Fell Beast manages to win, okay, it's not charging, so it's not like a Nova, but then it can hurl the model through, and it can help out other combats, so you can knock other guys over, so they're rolling less dice, but the model's taking less hits. Problem with the Wizards is you don't want them in combat, you want them just to blast things, and they help your army more than be a force on their own. So, 3 Wizards cannot stand up to the 3 Fell Beasts. Sorry.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Because they should be able to.
If you get a few lucky, if you get a few lucky blasts off of things, then it swings back in your
Panic Steed!
Panic Steed, Burn Will, Blast, but on the whole, no, they can't.
No, it'd be very, very tough. Very, very tough. So, next question. It's from 19 Mark F91. Reposted from a previous Q&A. I must have missed you.
Hey guys, glad you like HSBG. I only wrote it because I was too lazy to type the full quote. My question this week is, I'm sure Modelling Sam must have something else added to it, but can you use regular sand from the beach to base your models? Yes, if you're still in Spain, just take the sand home with you. It's the exact same stuff. Yeah,
the reason why modelling sand is just sand, but you want to get something which is a bit more coarse. You want bigger pieces in it, so some little bits in it.
Yeah,
you don't just want
fine. You want like shell fragments that you can paint over and stuff.
So you can identify like rocks and bits. Yeah. You don't just want fine powdery sand. You want coarse sand. But yeah, there's nothing added to modelling sand. They just put it in a box, put some packaging on it, and then
ramp up the price.
Ramp up the price massively.
They send like the interns out to the beach, just scooping tubs.
Awful. Next up, we've got Tim Taylor. I hope I'm not too late. Nope. But my question this week is: do you know if or any more starter sets are going to be released? Because I have one friend who wants to get started in this amazing hobby, and my other friend who is already into the hobby. Me and him were debating if a 5 army starter set will come out with the last release of the movie. Thanks for answering my question last week, and have a grand day. We will do. Gorgeous sunshine.
Very lovely.
Which meant that you didn't mind waiting for me outside my house for about 20 minutes.
More.
Was it half an hour? Sorry. And please do not stop this hobby. I don't know what I would do with my life without it. You could do lots of great things. Yeah. You could do. But we're not going to stop.
No. Starter sets, I really hope Battle of 5 Armies comes out. I think that will sell so much better than the Escape from Goblin Town.
Yeah, it would. Games Workshop, if you're listening, every single Hobbit person I know would buy. Everybody.
Even if you got like even if it was the old plastic, like the Erebor Dwarves and Hunter Rogues, that'd sell better.
Yeah, it would.
It's interesting. Don't give us another Thorin's Company in your starter set. We don't want another one. We want troops.
Yeah, troops.
That's what you want. You want a set of troops from either side that 2 of you can buy. You train your armies, and then you have a proper force ready to go.
Right, let's think about Battle of 5 army starter set. You need like a Let's look at other stuff.
Look at their other stars.
Look at 40k.
You have sort of generic troops for Space Marines, generic troops for some alien race. I mean, you go, oh, do you want to start playing 40k? Yes, you'll get 2 starter sets. We'll just swap the sprues over.
One? You just get 1 starter set.
You get 1 starter set, but you get 2.
That Dark Vengeance has got loads in it.
Yeah.
Loads.
But what I'm saying is, the reason the Hobbit doesn't sell well is you don't both buy a starter set and swap the models. You go, let's both buy a starter set. I don't need 2 of every Thorin's company, sorry. We'll buy 1 for the 2 of us.
So then you sell them on eBay.
Yeah.
If you're going for 1 force, which means it lowers the demand
of the actual
box.
Yeah. It just frustrates me that this system doesn't get the same benefit of the starter set that the other system gets. Like Fantasy, their High Elf and Skaven one was incredible. It sold so well because Skaven you need so many models and you get so many in that starter set.
Yeah.
And High Elf got a new book and became really popular. So people were just buying like 2 or 3 and just trading them. So yeah, I just hope we get an army in them.
I think in the best case scenario is that you get some plastic Lake Town with maybe a plastic
Captain
or Bard.
Yeah.
You get like Bard in there. You get it only needs to be a sprue, like a sprue of 10 or something. You know what I mean? You get your Iron Hill dwarves.
Yeah.
3 Dane, and you get your Elven contingent. Maybe we get another.
Yeah, this really is the best case. I'm not going to get 3 sprues in there. Probably.
You might do if you look at these other starter sets.
Maybe.
But, I mean, again, we'll think about that Warhammer Fantasy one.
Yeah.
Think about how many troops there are in it.
Yeah, it's true. But
there is probably at least 30 per side.
Yeah, but the game requires more troops for Fantasy.
True.
So you're going to buy excess anyway.
Yeah.
If you've got 30 Lord of the Rings models, that is enough for a good-sized force.
But, you know, people will buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody will buy it. And that's what I guess they've got to weigh up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Battle of 5 Armies. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Yeah.
Thumbs pressed.
Next up, we've got Mr. O'Byrne.
Whoa, he's got a new introduction. He is our GBHL guest roving reporter.
Yeah. Roving reporter, Damien O'Byrne.
I thought he did a great job.
He did an amazing job.
Well done, buddy. This guy, when I first tried to get him on camera when I went up to Preston, wasn't having any of it. And now he can't get enough of it. He just keeps messaging us like, I want to be able to get on camera. He's like me, but worse.
Better. Thanks for an amazing weekend, boys. The tournament was absolutely incredible.
Thanks, mate.
Can't give you guys enough praise. Bilbo was awesome.
What we mentioned earlier.
Absolute game changer throughout the tournaments, and he hands down won me to the 2 games. I'll definitely take him again.
Brilliant.
As for the blockade and Thorin on Pony and 68-inch March issue, it was as nightmarish as you guessed. Thorin finished the game 16 inches from the edge. He started on. Oh god.
That's shocking.
Well done, I guess. Thankfully, I was able to break the enemy for a cheeky win. My question this week is thusly, if someone was entirely hypothetically working on a 1,000-point feral-based Isengard list, led by Saruman, 2 Shamans, Vrasku, Grima and Mahur, which of the warrior setups would you least like to face? A. 20 ferals, 10 berserkers, 1 Uruk pike, 15 crossbowmen, or B. 24 ferals, 16 berserkers, 3 pikes. I'd rather another 2 berserkers, but I've literally run out. Essentially, what's scarier? A strong missile contingent, or a face full of 2 attack maniacs?
Can I give my answer?
You give your answer.
I know that B is scary because you've got loads of 2 attack models coming your way, but I actually think that 15 crossbowmen and having to have to deal with that other egg, because you've still got loads of 2 attack models. You've got 30 ferals and berserkers. You know, that's still scary. You got 15 crossbowmen just means that you're not going to get, you know, players like me and Jamie just easily being able to just ping. So I actually think that I would prefer to face up against 24 ferals and 16 berserkers. I'd prefer to face B than A.
I think the scarier force is A. However, you know, Damien, you'll probably know that a lot of blinding light is going to be there.
Oh yeah, there will be. Yeah.
So, does it then make sense to, assuming you're playing against the good players who are taking blinding light, drop the crossbows for a full combat force.
Oh, see, this is where you go from like my level of gaming to you guys.
You know, if I take my wood elves, blinding light's going.
Yeah, I'm taking
You've
blinding
said
light.
you've got Gandalf, he's got blinding light. Ed has got blinding light. So does it make sense to take crossbows?
I'm glad I was mentioning the same. I was made up then. You didn't see the joy, the butterfly that rose inside of me.
Well, I'm just saying that's three players out of some of the guys that we know who've got blinding light. Gandalf's going to be there for quite a lot of people because he fits into this really well.
Yeah.
So is it worth having crossbows?
Oh, Damien, you clever boy.
You come up against an evil army.
Jamie, you clever boy for recognising
and
that.
suddenly, yes, the crossbows become immensely worth it. I would still, despite the Castle being there, say A. You've still got plenty of fight 2 guys. Sorry, 2 attack guys, and 15 crossbow for when you don't hit Gandalf or Galadriel or Círdan.
15 crossbowmen. You're going to get what?
Well, that
3.
15.
Let's say 2 or 3.
17 hits a turn. 17 shots. So sort of 3 hits is fine for Caspian Light. But for those forces that don't have it, it's better because then you dictate the game.
Yeah.
That's what I say. And they're not terrible in combat.
No, I would prefer to face B than A because I just know where I stood. Even though I'm taking Gandalf and stuff, but I can see why you might do that. Oh, so now you got that's both of our completely honest answers as well. Not trying to lead you up the garden path or anything. That sounds scary.
Yeah.
I hope I get to play you actually. You can imagine the theme of that is Isengard versus my Rohan.
I think he'd trash you.
He'd trash me.
He'd trash you all
He'd
over
absolutely
the floor.
trash me. But we'd have good fun.
Yeah. Next
It's like
up.
the perfect anti my force. Actually, 6 fell pieces.
Yeah, that's good.
Next up, we've got Elliot McDonald. Hey guys, just want to say a
Hello.
massive thank you for an amazing weekend. You're very welcome. This was the young Abe Lincoln,
Yeah.
as he shall now be known. There will be a write-up on the One Ring when I have time, but I just want to congratulate you on such a brilliant event. It was the most fun I've had in ages. Thanks, man. We really appreciate it. It wouldn't have been as good as it was. I know everyone's sort of giving us the credit and everything, and of course it is down to us.
That's me.
Yeah, Mr. Spreadsheet Man.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a tournament without me. Just be a bunch of games.
Just be a bunch of happy people. You know, nobody saying that people didn't rend when they did and stuff like that.
Ed probably stopped watching by now.
Yeah, he shouldn't have. What if he has? Yes. Question: can you match this in September? It's going to be even better. We've learned
Even
so
bigger.
much.
Darren wants us to hit like 80 in September.
I think we could, with your support. And
Tell your friends.
there's so much more
Tell
that
your
we can do.
friends, cousins.
I've learned so much from this weekend.
Yeah.
You know.
You've learned spells that you didn't know existed.
Yeah, I didn't mean from that. I mean in terms
okay.
of the tournament and
Right.
stuff. You know, like it's going to be so much better. And there were things that we did at ours which were completely unique as well, like the open Q&A. That went great.
Yeah. No, I might need like a helping hand.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
there's 80 of us.
Yeah.
And not from you, from someone computer literate.
I might be by then. I could get that to Greek. I know how to use Excel really well. It's numbers I don't know how to use. I don't know why I ended up going for a Mac in the end, you know what I mean? It just destroyed me. So yes, we can, and you better be there, buddy. Next up.
Yeah, Sam Gibbs. Hi guys, cheers again. My question this week is, do I need to get some Mirkwood spiders for Throne of Skulls, and what army do you recommend to bring? Thank you as always. Well, you can take some if you think you might roll 6s in their Mirkwood scenarios, because they're not going to be providing them, and if you want to use them, you've got to bring them. Thomas Macklin very kindly sort of donated 2 because he is unfortunately going to be unable to attend the second day of Throne of Skulls.
Donated to who?
Me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that gives me some... Oh, really? Slip up on the channel.
Oh, that's the up. He said he's not going to be able to use them. Cause
Yeah, but I now know what you're going to take.
Oh, no, because you just take Mirkwood spiders to use if you get a 6 in that thing.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
are...
It's not if you're evil.
It's not if you're evil.
No.
Oh, really?
Oh, really, yeah. It's whoever gets priority controls the spiders that turn. Because you've got 2 evil forces playing off against each other.
I know what I'm doing. Oh no, mind you, it's an official tournament. I can't do a Damien Grantham.
No. You have to use the GW models.
Please will someone send me
They've gone from the
some
website.
Mirkwood
Have
spiders.
they gone from the website? I think they have.
Please someone send me some Mirkwood spiders.
They'll just play against me in both scenarios.
Yeah.
Use my own spiders against me.
I guess if you're not playing against someone, well, if you're playing someone who's got them, then it's just a different dynamic. Neither of you benefit over the other, so. Yeah.
So you don't need them. What do you recommend to bring? It's entirely up to you. It's 600 points of a force you want to use.
What did we see a lot of? Lots of dwarves.
Yeah.
Quite a few new Mirkwood lists.
New good. Popular.
Some all heroes botting around.
Yeah.
Not loads though.
You'll be fine. Just take what you want to take. It's a random. It's not scaled like our tournament was, where you play against the opponents similar skill level. It's just random, so you could play against. You could have the 7 hardest games you've ever played, or you could have the 7 easiest.
I know exactly. I bet I'll get drawn. Ed Ball in the first round, and then you, and then Tom Harrison, Damien O'Byrne, Owen,
and you beat Charles at the end.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I spent the whole tournament ribbing Charles, just going up to him, going, "You losing? Good." I think I unsettled him. That's the reason. I did poor.
Next up.
Max Springate's put, who do you think is the best model in Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit SPG, for their points value? The best model for points value. There's a few.
I jumped to sort of Legolas for 90 points. I also
Game changer.
rate New Bilbo. After seeing him in action last weekend.
How many points does New Bilbo?
60.
70 with opponent.
65.
65 is 5 for opponent. Do you pay for anything else, or? Do you have to pay for anything else, or?
No.
What does he fight?
I don't know, he's like fight 2 or something. He's not doing
about that though,
it's about the transfix.
65 points.
Also, seize the prize, give it to him.
Yep, it's gone.
So,
Yeah, this is the thing as well, there's going to be the new Hobbit scenarios in
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones?
Throne of Skulls. Fell Beasts.
Yeah.
They're cheap.
I'm surprised you've not had. Oh, I was going to say, I'm surprised you've not had the monster question this week. But lo and behold,
Karam Jam Triangle. This question is quite broad, and we've answered it a few times.
Yeah.
But hey ho, in your opinions, which monster is best? So, as Jamie will always say when we answer this question, which we do quite regularly, before we even, let's just take Fell Beast out of the equation, because they are cheap, and they're Monstrous Cavalry, and they've got their own set of rules that make them awesome, and they work great in synergy with the Ring Wraiths and
stupid Fell Beast.
Best monster. What have you said before?
Best monster, I think I've said point-wise, so like the Mortal Troll and the Cave Troll. I've been really contemplating the Watcher in the Water for this 1000-point Mansfield. So pop up behind someone. Oh, what's that? Your hero? Also, just
that smoke.
Oh, is it? Okay, smoke. Alright, I'm genuinely considering it.
Really? Have you got one?
Yeah, no. I have to buy one and paint it up in like a week or something, but it's fine.
Shadow and Flame.
Yeah.
These guys are awesome. That Bayonne was just unbelievable.
Painted with a fine detail brush. It's disgusting.
The whole thing painted with a fine detail brush. Everything.
Even the base coat.
In 2 days.
Just say, do you have any more brushes than them?
Just use this one. Unbelievable.
How? Why?
Unbelievable. And with that, Karam Jam Triangle, you have provided us the last question. That's been another week's edition of Speak Friend and Question. Remember, if we answered your question, make sure that you post a question next week.
Yeah.
Just the one. And do try and make sure you watch all the other videos if you've not been on this before. Just so that you know that we're not like repeating questions and stuff. Make sure you read through. If we're not repeating ourselves, if you can. So remember to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming.